There y'all are. And here I am. I just posted it. It's an ad. Lord, it states everywhere that it's an ad. But it's something that y'all have seen me use this week. And I mean, it speaks for itself in the video. And if you want to go watch the video, I would be very grateful. That would mean a lot. If not, ignore it. Act like there's not even a link there. And let's do a tutorial. Now, we're going to use some spicy priced eyeshadows, but I will say I really love this formula. This one is actually the one that's really inspiring me. That cool tone, that's just gonna, oh, sorry, it's so bright. That is just gonna be a spicy, sultry, smoky eye. And then I need my gray liner, and it's somewhere over there. Actually, no, there's one from NARS I just found. Let me find that. Let me put this together. I got too excited. There's so much I want to show y'all. I love makeup. I don't know if y'all know that. Now listen, if you're new here, what we do is we trust the process. We absolutely trust it. And I'm not just saying that for myself. I'm saying that for you. A lot of times when we get out of our comfort zone, we're not even halfway through and we want to wipe it off. And the reason why is because we just can't see the end. This look right here, you need to envision the end. And the reason I'm saying all of this is because we're going to start with white eyeshadow base. And this is going to be very jarring. And you might be wondering, why are we using white eyeshadow base? The lighter the base, the truer the eyeshadow. So no matter your skin tone, you're going to be able to wear white eyeshadow base if you would like. And the reason why is because unlike complexion, foundation, concealer, powder, this is going to be completely covered. It's going to be covered with eyeshadow, and it's also going to be covered with foundation through here, but we don't know how far we want to bring it out. So I'm going to bring it pretty far out here. And again, you just have to trust the process. You have to trust yourself. I want you to just trust yourself. When I first started, I would do looks very much out of my comfort zone. And before I could finish that look, I'd already want to wipe it off. And I would just think, I can't do this. This looks absolutely horrifying. But there are ways to bring that back later. You bring back the look. You take hold of it. Right now, we don't have hold of this. And we don't want hold of it yet because we have to get there. But I'm going to show you. And I'm just kind of pushing this into my brows. Notice that I'm not really carving it. I'm not into the carving brows I was saying currently right now, I'm not into carved brows. Doesn't mean I don't love them. We could go back tomorrow, who knows? Just having fun right now. Okay, nice and smooth. Ooh, let me tell you another reason I'm using white eyeshadow base. Obviously, what I said still stands. The lighter the base, the truer the color. But this is also canceling out my undertone. I have a pinky neutral undertone, and that could peek through with a base that's closer to my skin tone. So I'm kind of just canceling out my undertone right now because I'm going to be using cool tones. And I want those cool tones to be cool because any kind of warmth or pink in my skin will make those cool tones pink and warm. So we're just kind of starting over with an undertone here on my eyes. I could put this all over my face. That's for Halloween. Just letting y'all know this look is still not going to make any sense. It's still going to be terrifying, absolutely horrifying. We're using this NARS pencil. It is such a beautiful deep gray. And we're just going to get wild. Go along the lash line, and then I'm going to do top and bottom waterline. I like to just shut my eye and just kind of run this back and forth. It's so much easier that way. That gets my top lash line. See, so nice and coated. Yes, we love it. Okay. And this alone would set, but because we have that base underneath, it's not going to, and we want that. In fact, we might do... Yeah, let's do that. Hang on. Trust that process. Promise. I won't let you down. So, what we're gonna need is we're gonna need a tiny brush. whenever we're doing wild looks like this, a tiny brush is gonna be our best friend. And the reason why, control. Some of you might have guessed it, some of you might not have, because at one time I was using the fluffiest brush I could find, because that's really what I saw in makeup tutorials on YouTube. So I wanted to do different looks and I didn't know how. And the reason why is I was using the wrong brush. Isn't that pretty? I know you're like, no. But again, I've been doing this a second, so I already know where this makeup journey is going to take me. And I want you to notice that I'm using the side of my brush to really press that in. Ooh. This is going to be so like 90s Pam Anderson. Now I'm picking up a little bit more of that same shadow, this darker one here. And I'm just gonna press it right above the fold in my eye. I'm kind of creating a faux illusion crease. It's gonna make our eye look bigger. Take your time when you do this, and it is nice to do it with your eye open. Excuse me, I have to go dance now. Aaliyah's on. Dance break. You know what else nobody talks about? When you're sitting and doing makeup like this, it's really nice to just kind of lean your arms. I have my vanity here. I'm just kind of leaning my arms on it and I'm really relaxed. I'm not like tense, because sometimes I still find myself contorting to do this. Just relax as much as. And if you ever see me just continuing to layer and you're thinking, that's not getting any darker, what I'm doing is I'm making sure that shadow is pressed into that base. I recommend this with all bases, but especially with a tacky base like this. You really need to make sure it's set. Just like how we set our under eye, we really make sure that that's set. The same goes with your eyeshadow. Now we're gonna start to transition. I'm so sorry, I didn't even tell y'all which palette this was. I got so excited. I'm a gremlin. Let's see what we have here. This is the Uptown Girl. That's going to be this one. We're going to switch to the other one too. I'm still going to use probably both of these. We'll see where we wind up. Now this one is called the Sophisticate, and this one's all matte. So I want to grab this shade, and this is an interesting color, and I actually like this color with gray. I actually think this palette I love this layout. This one's going to be a little bit too warm for where we're going, but this one right here, I did one more tap of that. It's gonna be fun as a transition. Whew, that's pretty. I can still hear you all going, no, it's not, Rose. And again, cool tones still aren't going to be for everyone, but this will eventually make some makeup sense. I love cool tones, but I feel like cool tones are harder to do because it's harder to see the end process. And I also talked about it the other day about how warmer tone shadows can take more blending. They can handle it. Cooler tones are usually a more delicate. I was saying cooler tones are just such a delicate formula that they're going to be harder to blend, and I feel like that's why sometimes we steer away from them. I've been talking about purples being extremely hard to blend because of the pigment, not quality of the brand. It's about this is such a great example. Do you all remember the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette? I am one of the few people, there were others that enjoyed it, but I was one of the few people who really enjoyed that palette. I swear I have it somewhere. I will find mine. And the reason why is because at the time, my technique lent itself to that palette, and this is the technique. Those formulas, those colors in particular, were very delicate, soft colors, and they couldn't handle the swiping and all of the buffing that YouTube had made very popular at the time. Again, no technique is better than another technique, but certain formulas we just need to be a little bit more delicate with. Even how these formulas are, a lot of swiping would not give me the result I'm after, and this shadow might become patchy. So this would be with Charlotte Tilbury, with e.l.f., with all of the formulas. It's just about color. And I know that this might be boring, but this is something I wish somebody would have told me. Now for this, I'm blinded, y'all. I'm so sorry. For this inner part of the eye, I'm grabbing that same shade. But notice I grab it on the side of the brush. And I'll tilt my head back and just kind of tap this to transition the inner part. If you have small eyes, 27, telling you, I know that we would look at a brush this small and go, that's gonna take me forever, but it really doesn't. And we get that precision. Now we're gonna grab this shade. This is the Sophisticate palette again. This is gonna go on our brow bone. And I'm gonna take it over this way just to blend. And then you're about to see most of this get cleaned up. And then you'll say, oh, or maybe you won't. So now let's just use whatever white base is left in our C31 just to kind of smooth this out, clean up the lid a little bit. So I'm actually gonna use this. There we go. I'm gonna use this all over my lid. And then we'll add just a little bit of sparkle. And then if you wanna get a little bit more precise, you can grab our E27. And it's gonna fit in here really nicely just to kind of carve this out a little bit. Let's grab some more. Now, if you're wondering why I used this brush first, it's because I wanted to get in there and set all of that base very quickly. Now I want to grab a little bit of this shade, and I really want this to be more of a topper. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna ever so lightly layer it up. Just a hint. I really want this to still be a matte, but I do want a little bit of, ooh, what's that? That. We're trying out a new micellar water. Hissing is the only way to do things, y'all. What I'm hissing at is this little thing in here. Okay, I got it. It's one of these little, you know what I'm saying. So I tried my other micellar water, the pink cap that I used from Garnier, but I wanted to try this one from Bioderma. Is that right? Yeah. Ooh, it's really removey. But I want to see how it wears with makeup before I tell y'all to go try it out. And I'm using such a small amount. Do not think that this is going to remove anything. That's why I like to use these. Most artists would normally use a wet wipe, and that would definitely take it away. Now we still have to clean here, obviously, but we'll do that with foundation. Ooh, and some of y'all DM me and told me that Elemis is having a 25% off site-wide sale. There is a code, it's not my code, but there is a code there. You'll see it when you go to the website. But in case y'all wanted to check it out, I wanted to tell y'all because that's a good deal. Okay, we have on our, did y'all hear that? Our, I don't know if that's Texan or if that's pirate. Either way, I'm here for it. I'm out of control. So these are the style Full Moon from Rocal Beauty. I love these. There's the link. Now I have a secret makeup product. That's it right there. That's all I can show. I will go straight to makeup gel if I show you anymore, but I'm gonna hop off. I've tried it once before and I was blown away. It's not released, and like I said, I can't show you, but I'm gonna hop off and put it on and you can see it on. It's wild. It's so good. It is gonna be releasing soon. You know what's really cool? I've gotten to this point where apparently I kind of know what I'm talking about, and brands, they send me things way before things launch, and I get to try them, and they want my opinion, and it's wild. It's so wild. But that's what I've been testing, and I really think that y'all are gonna like it. But let me go put it on. Sorry you can't know about it yet, but we gotta make sure we like things. Now I'm just gonna blur the edges. I'm back and I'm using the product just to kind of blur this edge. That's pretty. This looks so good. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share what it is. So I have some of what I used here on my brush, and I'm just going to tap it in here, and it's going to cover it up. You could even take a little bit across. Remember where we started? And now where we're at? Now I want a guava sparkling water because I know that's what he just opened. Yum, 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 yum. Back with our NARS liner. And I'm just pulling that out of the lash line. Drama. Now before this sets, let's take this color on an E27 and we're going to press it into that base. And what that is going to do is make sure that we're not fluffing any eyeshadow into our eye, because a lot of the time that's why our eyes start to water. Oh, GB. Look how brown my eyes look. They look so much more red brown. Now this is completely unnecessary, but I felt like adding a little bit more of a lash, so I'm just drawing a thin line. And I did run it across my lash line just to kind of darken the lashes. Totally, you don't need to do this. But I'm at a point in my makeup journey that it really doesn't take me that much time. Some days, it's a penguin beak day. Today is that day. It's a Gucci bronzer day. Actually almost done. Like I said, I'm not going to post tonight because Benny surprised me with a nice little quiet dinner out and about on the town. So I thought I'd just take the day off, which I normally don't do from posting. But, you know, some days it's just good to enjoy each other's company without the phone. That's a nice bronzer. This just in from the room across the hall. We are doing a promo right now, in case you didn't see it on the Rose and Ben Beauty website. It is spend $125 and you get a free E26. This right here. This spicy little number. We use this for lip liner. We use this for eyeliner. We use this for covering up blemishes. We use it for so many different things. This is a limited time offer. That's what the disembodied voice just told me from across the hall. So this party needs this pink blush. I love pink and gray together. C41 brush. Jean Bean hair. The Jean Bean hair is not included, I'm sorry. I know some people would be allergic to the Jean Bean hair. We should make a note with Jean Bean hair or no Jean Bean hair. So this is gonna look wild, but this is actually one of my favorite nude lipsticks as long as we pair it with a lip liner. ABH Pure Hollywood. Now I'm using MAC Laurel lip liner. I didn't want something brown. I kind of wanted to stay pinky nude. Let's do an inner corner. Back into this palette. This is the first one that we used. All right, friends, just a quick reminder, I'm not going to post tonight. And then Saturdays, I never do stories on Saturdays because I'm normally filming other content. So I will be gone tomorrow, but then I will post. I'll post a reel on Sunday. So I'll be back Sunday to hang out with all of you. I love y'all so much. I hope that this look inspires you and just remind you to trust the process. Trust yourself. You got this. Because most of this look was just about bringing it back and cleaning it up. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you here on my stories Monday.